is WTVY News 4 at 5.
Responding to potential environmental disasters, how local agencies are prepared. Good afternoon, I'm Natasha Chugtai. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 5. Crews are still cleaning up a diesel spill that happened early this morning. News 4's Tanisha Watkins was at the scene. She's in our newsroom now with details. Tanisha?
Well, Natasha, emergency crews responded to the scene shortly after 5 this morning. The incident took place in Houston County off of Cottonwood Highway. A diesel truck ran off the road, flipped, and spilled fuel into the ditch. Tim Shirley of Home Oil Company explains that in cases like this, there's a certain protocol they have to follow. Crews must quickly clean up the contamination or product so that it won't affect the water supply. The contaminated dirt will eventually be sent off to a landfill. The contaminants will be separated from the dirt so it can be reused. Luckily, crews were able to contain the spill. Now, fortunately, no one was hurt in this accident, and the accident should be wrapping up soon. Natasha?
All right, Tanisha, thank you. Before the case can be closed, the contaminated dirt samples have to be sent to a lab for testing. There's a new type of scam making the rounds in Alabama. This one involves jury duty. According to Attorney General Luther Strange's office, someone pretending to be a police officer or with the court is calling people threatening to arrest them for missing jury duty. The caller will tell the victim they can avoid being arrested if they get a prepaid debit card and pay a predetermined bond over the phone. If the court system has an issue with you, they would notify you in writing. This weekend, Selma will mark the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. The event turned the national spotlight on the equal rights struggle of African Americans. As Marley Hall tells us, Selma became the turning point in the civil rights movement.
From her view on Martin Luther King Jr.'s lap, Cheyenne Webb Kreisberg could see beyond 1960 Selma, Alabama, to a world that is less black and white.
I had made up in my mind that I was going to be a part of that movement.
Why are you a martyr?
So we can be free.
At 9 years old, Kreisberg was the youngest of about 600 people who tried to march from Selma to the state capitol in Montgomery to demand voting rights. Halfway across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, state troopers moved in with batons and tear gas. Nationally televised images sparked outrage around the country. Then 2 weeks later, Dr. King led a successful march from Selma to Montgomery, a 51-mile, 5-day journey on foot.
Why do you think Selma has become such a symbol, so significant in terms of the history of the civil rights movement?
It not only gave African Americans the right to vote, but it started changing the nation.
President Lyndon Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act less than 5 months after the violence on the bridge.
The picture of Bloody Sunday has never left my heart, neither my mind.
Kreisberg saw her parents become registered voters. But today, Alabama is among more than 20 states that have adopted strict measures that could block voters from casting their ballots, a wave of change that may be eroding what Kreisberg fought for. Marley Hall, CBS News, Selma, Alabama.
Congress is sending President Barack Obama a bill to award the Congressional Gold Medal to those who participated in the Selma to Montgomery marches. The Edmund Pettus Bridge is famous for being the site where law enforcement attacked marchers in 1965. Now there's growing demand to change the bridge's name. A group of young adults from Selma, calling themselves Students Unite, has started an online petition. They say the bridge should not be named for someone who was a supposed leader of the Ku Klux Klan. But many of the people who were there in 1965 for the events that made the bridge famous don't want the name to be changed. And state lawmakers say it's a long shot.
It's a federal landmark now. I understand the hurt, the pain that it still evokes in some people, some individuals, but yet that bridge is a part of our history.
Regardless, members of Students Unite say they'll continue to petition until they get a response from the National Parks Service. There will be a bridge crossing and backward march on Sunday. The city of Dothan is providing a bus to take any residents that wish to attend. We had previously reported that Mayor Mike Schmitz would be attending the event, but have since learned he will not be. You do have to reserve your seat. You can do so by calling either of the numbers on your screen. Well, what a cold day we had in the Wiregrass, but will those temperatures continue into the weekend? Let's check in with Nate now for a first check of your forecast. Nate?
Yeah, morning lows downright cold, below freezing, 20s to be seen on that low temperature map that we showed you at the top of the show. If you're planning your night ahead, it's going to be another cold one, and early morning temperatures tomorrow will be chilly, pretty close to what we had to deal with this morning. So lingering clouds around right now. We had some low-level clouds basically mess with our temperature forecast for today, but once those clouds scour out by late tonight, early tomorrow, things will cool down very, very quickly. Cool down so much that freeze warnings and frost advisories in effect for some parts of the tri-states and the Wiregrass, most of southeast Alabama and parts of northwest Florida under a freeze warning until tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We'll detail the warm-up for our weekend and have a look at your the start of the work week forecast, too, in the extended coming up in just a few minutes, Natasha.
All right, thanks so much, Nate. Well, forage, it's what's for dinner. For cows, anyways, forage can have several meanings, but in this case, it's simply the grasses that are eaten by cows. But this grass takes a lot of planning and research. That's why the Wiregrass Extension Center hosts an annual Cattle and Forage Field Day for cattle producers. It's an opportunity to educate farmers on the research done on forage systems, and hay quality.
This is the only link the cattle producer has as far as learning new technology that's out there, how we can do a better job of raising cattle.
Cattle producers hope the ongoing research at the Extension Center will continue to help them in the future. More than 1,300 Opp public school children have to dodge traffic if they walk to school. This week, the Opp City Council applied for a $500,000 sidewalk grant. News 4's Mike Gerspan is at our Enterprise State Community College newsroom with more. Mike?
Well, Natasha, under the proposal, a $500,000 would be spent on sidewalks connecting the Opp Elementary, Middle School, and High School. Besides providing safer routes to school, Mayor John Bartholomew says the new concrete will make their city pedestrian friendly. This week, the Opp City Council approved a resolution seeking nearly $504,000 for sidewalks at various locations within the city. If approved, the city would receive an Alabama DOT Transportation Alternative Program grant. It would ensure a sidewalk connection between each of the district's 3 public schools.
Now the parents can feel a little bit more safer. The children can feel safer, and plus family can walk on the sidewalks in the evening and exercise. It's going to be a long path. The path is going to be, like I said, it's going to be from the elementary down to the junior high, down to the high school, and down to the rec. So it's going to be a long path that needed for many years to be tied in as one large sidewalk.
Opp school officials say they'll do whatever they can to assist the city in getting the DOT TAP grant. There's more than 1,300 students in the district, and keeping them out of the road if they walk to school is very important.
Well, I think obviously the safety issue, being able to tie the 3 campuses together. We have a number of students who, for whatever reason, will walk from the middle school to the high school, and we need to be able to provide a safe route for that.
The city hopes to receive word from the DOT in late spring or early summer whether they've been approved for the sidewalk grant. And Natasha, the proposed sidewalk project would place sidewalks on North Main Street, Stewart Street, Malloy Street, and on Cameron Road. Live in our Enterprise State Community College newsroom, Mike Gerspan, WTVY News 4. All
right, Mike, thank you. If approved, the DOT sidewalk grant would require a 20% local match. That comes out to slightly less than $140,000. As digital technology continues to evolve, so does education. Soon, classroom lectures could be a thing of the past at Enterprise State Community College. Today, the school hosted the state's Consortium for Technology and Learning. They talked about ways to take the classroom to students, computers, tablets, and cell phones.
The benefits come in that we have higher demand for it because of the flexibility that it offers the students.
18 of the state's 24 community colleges are members of the consortium. Still ahead on News 4 at 5, false advertising has caught the maker of some popular As Seen on TV products, plus a better than expected jobs report out today. More companies are hiring these days, but for how long? But first, let's take a look at your Alpha Skycam. You're taking a live look at Abbeville on this Friday afternoon. Stay with us.
New oven-baked mozzarella sticks from McDonald's. Hot, crunchy, and irresistibly cheesy. Get 3 for $1, dip them in marinara sauce, smile, and say cheese.
And now, another episode of Talkin' Green with Sun South. You know, when you compare John Deere to other brands, apples to apples, owning a John Deere is more affordable than you might think.
Yep, like a 1025R Series tractor for as low as $157 per month.
That's peanuts.
And drive off with a 3032E Series package for as low as $295 per month.
Small potatoes.
Hey, where's my strawberries?
Oops.
For legendary products at affordable prices, visit your neighbors at Sun South today.
I'm doing my job here, Sarge.
The academy teaches you skills, the street gives you experience, but it all comes down to your instinct.
Weekends on WTVY.
When you have enemies like these,
let's go to work.
You need friends like these.
Always be prepared, Navy SEAL motto. That's Boy Scouts.
Burn Notice, weekends.
The treasure folks are loving is the ocean's greatest haul. McDonald's Filet-O-Fish, the most golden of them all.
For only $4, try either a filet of fish or a double cheeseburger extra value meal.
Inside Edition, America's Find It, Break It, Own It news magazine. You're watching News 4 at 5 with Reginald Jones, Natasha Chugtai, and meteorologist Nate Harrington.
In today's For the Consumer, the latest job report surprised financial experts. Businesses are adding workers at the fastest pace in 17 years. But as Don Champion tells us, companies aren't always hiring for the long term.
Job seekers stood outside this New York career fair, braving freezing temperatures for a chance to enter a job market that's heating up.
I'm optimistic. I know companies are hiring.
Last month, employers added 295,000 jobs, more than economists expected. But these new hires are not always permanent positions, something Mariner Brito understands. Since being laid off in 2011, the web designer has only been able to secure a series of temporary jobs, working for 5 different companies in 3 years.
I've gotten used to it. I've got to pay my rent. I don't have a choice.
A report from Career Builder says nearly 3 million Americans are in temporary jobs, and that number is expected to go up 13% by 2019.
Temporary staffing is a bit of the new norm.
Billy Watkins is a district president for the Robert Half Staffing Agency.
Employers have seen that this is a good way to augment staff when you need to make some adjustments, and actually gives you an opportunity to determine whether someone's going to be a good fit.
Brito's last temporary job ended recently, and now she's looking for a new one.
It's, trying to find the right situation. Sometimes you fit in and sometimes you don't.
She hopes the right fit will lead to a permanent position. Don Champion for CBS News, New York.
The unemployment rate dropped from 5.7 to 5.5%, partly because some unemployed people stopped looking for work. The company that sells the Snuggie and Perfect Bacon Bowl has settled a lawsuit alleging it deceived customers. The Federal Trade Commission says All Star Marketing Group promised customers buy one, get one free promotions, but some customers were charged for the items in the form of high processing and handling fees.